2018, a new farming TV show, Our Yorkshire Farm, hit the screens, and the nation immediately fell in love with the show's featured family, Amanda and Clive Owen and their 9 children. Showcasing life on one of the most remote hill farms in the country, 6 years on, one family member, Reuben Owen, has started his own business and starred in his very own show, Life in the Dales. So, Reuben, we are finally here. It's taken us a while to get this in the diary, but we finally got a date in because you're a very, very busy man.
It's taken us some time. I know you've been ringing and I've been all over the place, but finally we're here.
We're here. So where is here? Because we've got a fantastic view. This is probably one of the most unique locations that I've filmed something in. So do you want to just tell everybody where we are right now?
So here we are. We're at up Malastang, up above Kirby Stephen. It's about 10 miles from where we run out of, and this job we're on Lebanon Field, ready to be reseeded. So I thought it was quite a nice place to, a nice bit of view up here.
It is, absolutely. This is your office.
It is a
very
place
jealous.
To be.
It's beautiful. Obviously, this is kind of, overlooking all over this. This is where you grew up. This is the area. You obviously grew up on quite a famous farm in the public eye. So let's just go back a little bit. What was that like to grow up kind of with people looking in on what you do on the farm, how you live your life and the farming industry in general?
It's good. I very much enjoyed it right from being young. We were always on camera with my parents farming at home, and dealing with a lot of people you don't know, and it's nice. You get to meet an amazing mix of people. And just yesterday we're in the yard and someone walks through and recognises you, and it's lovely. I get to meet a lot of people and just people are interested. It's quite nice when you get talking to someone and you can learn all sorts from these folk.
That's it, and I do, I said to you in the car on the way up here that coming to see you and your family was one of my first jobs ever at Farmer's Guardian, and actually what I liked about it was, it was a very traditional way of farming, wasn't it? And to let people see those core ways of life is actually quite nice, because they're the parts that get overlooked actually when people think about farming.
Yeah, it's a different, especially up here. It's a different kind of way of farming. It's I mainly now do diggers and plant iron groundwork, but on a night and a morning, I go up and farm at home. But no, it's different with the smaller farms around here, and the land's not as good as down country. Yeah. It's different. You can't really always rely on machinery. I mean, we've got a hell of a bit of machinery here.
We have.
And it is this one can't actually go back up home where we farm because it's too big for
That'll
a
be
range.
it, yeah.
But it's different. It gives people a good view into the job.
Yeah. So in terms of, you just mentioned what you do now, obviously, as a job. Where did that kind of, because if people watch you on your programme now, which we'll come into, you kind of always been like tinkering with something or into your machines. Like where did that come from?
We've always, for years and years on the farm, we had an old digger, and Dad learnt us to drive it, and we used to go and do bits of draining on the farm and bits and bobs like that. And I started my apprenticeship at Taylor and Braithwaite, and I did a year there, and I enjoyed mechanicking, but I was mechanicking on diggers like these, and when I finished my apprenticeship, Dad said, you should buy one, you should have a go. And then we bought one, and we ended up with another one, and kind of worked up really. It's something I've always fancied. Yeah.
So tell us about the job now, because you've also got your own business, you've got a lot of work on. I think finding your footing in the industry is quite a difficult thing to do, but you've been able to kind of find your own little niche.
We've been very lucky really. I've made some. I think the thing that I've learnt from it is contacts and dealing with people, which is I've met some really amazing people.
Yeah.
Especially in the groundwork side, I've made loads of friends that do similar things, and I think the part of the way we got going is just by meeting folk and just making connections. It doesn't feel like we've been going very long, but the amount of people we know and just keep an eye on us.
How many is in the business? How many people? Because it's not just you, is it?
In the business, it's my business. I do that, but we have a couple of lads that work for us. Lots of farm lads we have working for us. At the moment, we have 3 lads on, and when they're not farming, they're on driver diggers, and because we've got a few of them, there's always someone here to drive a machine. It gives them another bit of a job to do, but they can always, like, we're supposed to have some lads here today, but they're on with some grass somewhere. So, and my brothers, and just everyone kind of works together. We even get me mother and father on these from time to time. But
surprised you've not got me on it yet.
Well, it's early in the day. Well, by this afternoon you should have this graded off.
I think you might be out of business.
We'll see how we get on.
Just for anyone who doesn't know, what type of work do you do? Because obviously, you know, like you were saying about what you're going to do up here, what is it that, you know, it must be a variety of jobs? Anything
to do with groundwork or plant machinery. We hire them to people, and we also do jobs like price groundwork jobs. We've been on this spot doing all sorts. We do quarrying and crushing, right down to your smallest little diggers that go through houses. And this one here is just a job preparing the land for it to be reseeded. And anything that involves digging or machinery, we'll certainly have a go at it.
And in terms of, you know, so the first series has gone of your programme, which is Life in the Dales. For anyone who hasn't seen it, do you want to just give a little bit of an overview of what that was about? Because that was your first, your own little TV series, wasn't it?
We did a bit of TV at home when I was younger, and then a year or so ago we were approached by a TV lot to follow kind of what I was doing, since we hadn't been covered for a while. So they followed us digging when I started, right from the start, when we had working all over the place. It's just been a programme about life round here, and a bit of plant machinery, and everything that went wrong seemed to end up in the TV programme.
Makes for good TV.
It does.
As they say.
They love a bit of jeopardy. Just the jobs that go right, they don't make it in. But when you have a disaster, they love to get that on.
What is it, do you think, about these TV programmes that people love? Because, you know, if you think about, especially over the last couple of years, obviously, you know, when you were growing up, that your TV programme with your family did very well. You've got This Farming Life. People love to look into our industry almost. What do you think it is that people
I think it's just different, because I think it's just a different kind of way of life up this neck of the woods. I don't really, you see other people that don't see this. I'm sure if I was put in their world, I'd find that very different. And I think it's just gives people a look into what we do. And it's just something different for them. I've met all sorts of people from all over the country and world and it's just something different. Something different.
Maybe that could be your next venture.
No.
You got to go and do an office job. I'll swap with you.
No, thank you.
24 hours.
I struggle with my own paperwork. So I think I'll pass it. Sat on that digger there with the radio on will do me.
Happy place.
Yeah, that'll do me.
Just what you said then about, you know, this, you can feel it when you come up here, that it is a real, I don't know, there's a tradition with it. There's a sense of kind of, you know, days gone by, if that makes sense. There's something really rustic about it. Yeah,
it is, especially like where we are here, all the old stone walls we have here, and really, I mean, we're going to side this field up, level it up for me reseeded. We're just doing what the old folk would have done, just with something bigger and newer. I mean, for God knows how many years there'll have been people here taking roughish land and making it into better farming land to produce food, and it's the same process now, just we've moved on a bit. Instead of using horses and shovels, we've got a big old lump of Hyundai digger.
Which if you watch the video you will be able to see that we're sat on it, that's where we are. But you know, even like the dry stone walling and things like that, you just don't get that anywhere else, do you? It's iconic.
No, it's iconic for around here, especially there's that much of it. This estate here where we're on, they're just brilliant. Keep all the walls up. It's nice to see.
And what is it that you know, because you might not be farming in a sense, but you're still obviously quite, you know, a huge part of the community. What is it that you love about what you do? I like different things, and just been out and about, and just especially machinery. I've always been interested in machinery, and been able to spend time in this part of the world and on a machine. We still farm at home, and on a night in the morning I'm up at home farming, but during the day I spend my time up here. But Dad still drags us back farming when we're dibbing a lot of sheep, or there's a lot of stuff to do. That'll obviously never leave you, but when you do go home, what do you what aspects of farm life do you like?
I just like all of it, to be honest. It's just nice. I like going up on the fell, gathering sheep in, and it's just nice. The two jobs work well together because it's two different. Sometimes you can have a day on one of these. By the time you spent a week sat on one of these on the same job, it's lovely to go home at the weekend and chase a few sheep round.
Yeah. Is this where you always thought you'd be?
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere else. I wouldn't go anywhere else around here.
Yeah.
It's a place, I love it around here.
Just out of interest, you know when you said you did your apprenticeship?
Yeah.
Where was that?
That was at Taylor and Braithwaite. It's written on the side of that digger there, actually.
Okay.
I deal with them. I did my apprenticeship there, and they've looked after me with machinery as well. So
right, okay.
all my diggers come from them as well.
So you did. I do remember you saying that before. So did you go to ag college or anything
Yes,
like that?
I went to Myerscough College. Is where I
right,
went
so
to.
even closer up to
yeah,
me then,
I went to Myerscough. I did that, and I did a land-based engineering. That's what I did.
Okay. So you've always been directed sort of in that way. Okay. I think that's one thing that I would like to say is that actually, you know, there's loads of opportunities for people. People look at our industry and they don't quite know what actually, you know, you can do.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
just.
True. I get asked a lot by a few folk and young uns wanting to get into it, and it's one of them. If they're keen to get into it, there's places for them, and no, it's good really. There's a lot of interest in it at the minute, and I think anyone that's keen to get in on the job just need to bray on and have a go.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah. So in terms of, I mean, you're only 20 years old?
Yeah, 20.
So actually, you've done quite a lot already in terms of setting yourself up with a business and whatnot. What's next? You know, is there a new project? What's next career-wise? Can you tell us anything?
Career-wise, we just carry on with what we're doing with diggers, I think, is the plan. We never really have a set plan because if you make a plan, it never sticks to it. So we just see what happens. We're doing a little bit. We've got the odd telly project here and there, but we're mainly just sat in the old diggers.
Can we potentially see you on our TV screens?
Yeah, I think
potentially.
We'll see what happens, but I think there'll be something going on. Just have to keep an eye out for it.
And in terms of, like I say, you're only 20 years old, but would you ever consider, you know, do you want your own kind of farming enterprise at all alongside this, or are you happy just keeping it between going back home and then working on you know, your own business?
My ultimate goal is once I get enough diggers going and machinery going, I'll go farming. I'd love to one day, once we get a few more diggers going, have my own bit of farm round here.
Yeah.
But we'll just stick at the diggers for now and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'd definitely want to carry on farming because it's just I think I appreciate it a lot more since I went mechanicking as an apprentice and not been around at the farm as much. I learned to appreciate it a lot more. But no, it's lovely. The place I want to be, really.
Yeah. Right where you're meant to be.
Right where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
That's the one.